Hello, I want to show you an answer to this. Here you have someone complaining that they receive in their email the variable substitute first name as it is written in the email because the contact doesn't have a first name filled in. So they say that, and what's happening? And in the answers, many people say, yeah, if they don't have a value in their name, that's the way it will show, each contact. But this is wrong. And you see here, it will appear like this if there is no first name on your contacts. This is wrong. It's a false answer because thankfully, it's not happening like this. It will be crazy. And it is not happening like this in any email autoresponder. That will be very stupid to do that. That means that if you put this in your emails template and you send to contacts, when the contact doesn't have a value inside, it will show these things. This is no. The answer is no. If it does this, it means the tool is stupid and needs to be changed. Because even logically, you can think, a field, the first contact. Either you write your name or you write nothing. So the value of the field, the first name, is either your name or nothing. If it's nothing, then that's what should appear here, nothing. So it's logical to, if it's empty, then it should be empty. It should never be left like this, okay? The only exception in a SystemeIO, and depending on each email autoresponder software, maybe it works like this or not, the only exception is when you send yourself a test email. So you have the interface to send the test email to yourself to see if everything is okay in your email before sending it out to everybody. And in this case, in SystemeIO, you see the first name, not the first name of your test. You cannot fill in. On Aweber, you can fill in what you want to show in first name and other things. But in SystemeIO, you receive the template, you see the first name, here you want the email of the contact or other fields. So that's the only way to see this. And often when people ask in the group, yes, I see this, I tested my email and I see this, why it doesn't work? This is because it's a test email. If you want to test an email as if you were a contact, first you have to register your email address as a contact in your SystemeIO, and then add a tag to this contact, a unique tag. It means this tag will be only for this contact, so yourself. You can name it, for example, test, the tag test, and you send a newsletter to the contact, to the tag test. And in this case, you will receive the newsletter because you are a contact of your own SystemeIO account, and you are the only contact who has the tag test. So you will receive the email, and it will behave normally. It's not a test email. And when you send the newsletter, you send it to all the contacts who have the tag test. And in effect, it is yourself. You can see the email as if you were a contact. But if you use the test functionality of SystemeIO, you will receive like this. So that's why I'm saying. And I can see one other exception if SystemeIO has a bug, a regressive bug, because it never worked like this, so it never have a problem. So maybe now today it has this problem. So I will try it here. First, I have my test contact inside. So this is the one. And you can see inside that in first name, I have nothing. In last name, I have filled in all the fields. Okay, but first name, I have nothing. So what I need to do for this one is to have a tag that will be only for this contact. So do I have a test tag? Test. I already have it because I used it. So this contact has the test tag. So now what I'm going to do is create a newsletter. Okay, create a newsletter. Hello test. Okay. Subject preview. Oh yes. Okay. Hello test. So preview is just testing the preview. And here you have the body. So hello. And on the right, you can see the email substitutes. You have first name, surname. So I will use both. Okay, hello, first name. Okay, and this is my surname. Okay. Here I select the tag test. Okay. So it will be sent only to the contact with the tag test. And save and send. Not save and test. Save and send. Okay. And now we should receive the email here. Here you can see hello test, testing the preview. So the preview is written here. And when you open it, hello, nothing. First name. And this is my surname. And Titi is my surname in this contact. So you see it works. Even if it's empty, first name, it doesn't show the variable first name. So this is all I wanted to show here, that if it happens, either it's because you send yourself a test, okay? But if it happens when you do like really good, like this, it means it's a bug in SystemeIO. It's a regressive bug because it had never been the case before. So I tested today just to be sure, but now I'm sure, so I can go back to the group and say, yes, that's for sure. There's no other way. Or prove it. I ask them to prove it, because the default behavior of all email autoresponder is not to show the substitutes. If the value of the field of the contact is empty, then it shows empty, that's it. It's very logical, so don't make up things. And no, don't overcomplicate it. It's simple, it works, and when you want to test it, if you click on test, then yes, it will show you the things. But if you want to test it as a contact, do it this way. That's it, bye-bye. Okay, in fact, it's not the end. I have a bonus for you. It's from Juliana Grigogaria. So she said, if they don't add their name in the form, this is the way it shows. Okay, so that's what she said, as the joke says. So this is wrong. Okay, if they don't add their name in the form, this is the way it shows. That's what she declared. I say wrong. So Juliana said, what is wrong? I mean, you know, you can guess what you said. It's not the way it shows. I have shown it just before. It has never been the way it shows, and it should never be the way it shows. It is not the way it shows in any email autoresponder in the world. It doesn't make any sense. But she says that, I say it's wrong. What is wrong? So I explain what you said. If they don't add their name in the form, this is not the way it shows. It replaces first name by the value of the first name field for this contact, which is nothing, empty. That's what happens. Then she says, I know this can happen because it happened to me as well. And when I ran the test, it proved it to be right. But if it is something else, you might know better. Thanks. See the way? So she knows it's like this. But maybe if it's not, then maybe you're right. What are you talking about? This is simple, a proof. It works like this or it doesn't. It's not, it works for you, not for me, depends on the weather. You know, be real. We are talking about something simple. It's not the way it shows, okay? I say yes, and since I like to test myself, I tested before extensively, of course, in the previous years. I redid it again today because the only other possible explanation would be if there was a regressive bug in SystemeIO today. And that's never impossible, of course. But I tested, and that's not the case. So it is a common mistake of using the test feature instead of registering your email as if you were a contact. You know, this is a common mistake that we can see in the group. Often people talk about this, it's because they make a test. But otherwise, it can be a bug, but it's not, today at least. So I say, I also took the opportunity to record a video as I was doing the test just now, so I publish it. And then she say, I always test my email as I am a contact, not using just the test feature, regarding whatever you consider a common mistake. And I never said it can be a bug in the system, but you take whatever you want here. I don't know what she's saying. She's saying that she's doing the proper way and it shows her always this. That's the way it shows. You know, this I cannot believe. And she will need to show some proof or make a video to show that. Because it's not correct if it happens to her. As she said, we need to believe her on her word because she doesn't show anything. It will not be correct. It's not correct for any email autoresponder. It's not correct for SystemeIO. So it's not correct if she does it correctly. So I say, yes, but you clearly said this is the way it shows. You know, she says that. This is normal. So no, it isn't. It has never been. And if it is showing at one point, it will only mean a new bug, not the normal way of things, because it's not correct to work like this. So, and then she said, you seem to be on fire, cool down. So now she's giving me orders. Your simple opinion would have been enough. What opinion? It's not about the opinion, it's about testing the things. Whatever you try to prove, you got the wrong person. Why? Because you are always right? Is that so? If you have any professional advice to give, do it. Otherwise, show you're aggressive somewhere else. What are you talking about? This is a crazy person. What? How am I aggressive? We're talking about something stupid. There's no emotion here. Something, maybe it's a bug. I tested, it's not a bug, thankfully. So, no, it's not the way it shows. No, you know, there's some logic in it that it doesn't show like this, because it should not show like this. So that's what I'm saying. It can be the common mistake, because all the previous posts, that's the problem they have. They do a test with their email, and then they say they have these problems, and we can tell them it's not using the test feature, and that's it. It's always the same. But now she's saying, you know, for her. So what I'm suspecting, because Juliana is maybe always right in her mind, but maybe not in the reality. What I'm suspecting her, because the way she answers, you know, maybe she registered as a contact, and she says not using just the test feature. So maybe she's using the test feature, but she has put herself, her email, as a contact, and maybe she expects the test feature to show the value in a contact. I don't know really what she's thinking, but it could be this. If when she tests it, she sees this, it can be the only explanation. Or exceptionally for Juliana, it could be a bug in SystemeIO just for her, and just for, I don't know, the others who say it's normal to show like this. Maybe that's a problem just for those people. Could be. We don't know. So I don't think so. I don't think, you know, SystemeIO doesn't, it's the same for everyone. It's simpler that way, so it works the same for everyone. You know, when there is a bug, often it's sitting on the chair in front of the computer, between the chair and the keyboard. That's where most bugs are, is people, they don't understand. They think they are doing right. That's why, you know, when I try to fix a problem with people, I always ask them to share their screen and to do the things in front of me. Because if so many times, you know, people say, oh, I have done this and this correctly, and it doesn't work. But I want to see it. And most often, they do something wrong. So I tell them, they do it right, and it works. You know, it's normal. Or it could be a bug, a new bug, but it's very rare. You know, a bug in the system, it's quite rare. It can happen, but maybe 1% of the time it's a bug, and 99% of the time, when I can see what people are doing, we can see the problem comes from them, not from the software. And in their head, they were sure they were doing it right. The same, if I cannot have a screen sharing, I always ask for a screen capture of the error message, of what is happening. Because if you rely on what people say, it's not, you cannot trust. When she says, I do it right and it doesn't work, I cannot trust that, because she's just another person. For her, she's sure. The other 99% of people, they are sure they are doing it right. They ask me because they are doing things right, and it doesn't work. And when I look at it, they are not doing things right. That's it. And when I'm here to tell them, it goes, oh, okay, I didn't know. Oh, that's why. That's how it happens. But when you don't have a screen captures, no screen sharing, you have only people saying you, oh yes, I do everything, I do it right, it doesn't work. What can you say? Say, no, it should not. I tested it myself on my computer, it works. And then they say, oh, I don't know what happened, but I'm right. That's Juliana for you. Bonus video. Bye-bye.